Yo, what's good, my good people? What's good, YouTube, man? We are back with yet another video. You already know what we like to get into on this channel, so be sure to hit that like button and subscribe like you guys been doing. I appreciate you guys, honestly. I've been seeing, hey, the views going up. Hey, we gotta keep going though, right? We gotta keep them pushing. But we do got a lot of good videos to get into, y'all. A lot of good videos. So stay tuned, buckle up, grab your snacks, and let's get right into it.
Gotta come here and listen, because this morning it was an astrologist influencer who pushed her kid out of a moving car and poked her partner multiple times, leaving blood all over the house, and was allegedly disturbed by the solar eclipse. It's a lot that's going on the surface level, but what's going on with what we can't see?
Right.
She was talking about spiritual warfare and having your hearts in the right places. You better pick a side and stay strong.
And also saying stuff like, wake up because the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. And watch how people downplay this and call this spiritual psychosis, instead of calling it what it really is, which is a spiritual attack. Yeah, she was playing with certain stuff that she really didn't understand. Let me show y'all what I mean. This is the fallen angel that taught men astrology. This coming straight out the book of Enoch chapter 8. And if you in the New Age spiritual community, I advise y'all to read this. Y'all gotta know everything y'all see on the internet ain't to be played with. Now this is a sad case. I'm gonna pray for her family that they find some healing. And if y'all been playing with this stuff too, y'all better start repenting and closing the gates before it's time to collect. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Y'all have to make sure y'all is prayed up. We going to some strange times.
I need y'all to come.
Indeed, that's why please do your research on certain topics I talk about too. So don't believe everything you see in these videos I make also. But that's crazy. This happened. This is recent. This happened on a solar eclipse, I think. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. Always gotta throw some health in there.
You want to drop weight fast? You want to defecate real quick? Do a 3-day, for real, do a 3-day yellow dragon fruit diet. You'll spend probably $120 on all dragon fruits. You can actually get them from Whole Foods. Make sure you get them in a ripe state where you damn near compress your finger into them and they break open. They real sweet at that stage. You are going to poop so much it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. Now, them seeds ain't breaking down though. Them seeds coming out the same way they went in. So you gonna have a toilet full of water, mucus, defecation, and seeds. But man, it will move that GI tract like no other fruit on earth. I don't know no other fruit that moves your digestive system like. How many of them we be eating, Nabi? Oh God. Man, we be tearing them dragon fruits up. You want to drop weight fast? You want to defecate?
How many of y'all had dragon fruit? Hey, I had it for the first time. That joint is good. I'm not gonna lie. Try it, man. For real. If you haven't already, try it.
I'm telling y'all, they don't even hide it anymore.
You shouldn't have come here. We do not give up our secrets lightly.
Who are you bathrobe-wearing freaks?
Why are you doing this?
What's with your creepy British accent?
We are the Society of the Blind Eye. Formed many years ago by our founder. Does anyone remember who he was?
A lot? But why would you do all this? What do you have to gain?
As you have no doubt discovered, Gravity Falls is a town plagued with supernatural strangeness. No one knew how to stop the things that went bump in the night. So our founder invented the next best thing, a way for us to forget. We took it upon ourselves to help the troubled townsfolk by erasing the memories of the strange things they've seen. Now the people of Gravity Falls go about their lives ignorant and happy, thanks to us. And as a perk, we help ourselves forget things that trouble us.
Okay, first of all, this is obviously referencing the Illuminati, but could this explain why people have deja vu? Also, play back his head, there's stuff written on it. I'm telling y'all, they don't even hide it anymore.
depths of the fog-shrouded San Francisco Bay lies an island with a dark and chilling history, Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary. Once deemed inescapable, its towering walls held the most notorious criminals of their time. But beyond its reputation for housing the country's most dangerous felons, Alcatraz holds secrets that still send shivers down the spines of those who dare to visit. Legend has it that long after the last prisoner departed and the doors were sealed shut, the spirits of the tormented souls who met their end within its walls continued to roam the corridors. Visitors often speak of an unshakable feeling of being watched, of whispers echoing through the empty cells. Send it to a friend you would like to visit the place with.
So those lawmakers that were doing a prayer around the middle of a circle on the Senate floor were not speaking in tongues, and that was not a prayer. They were literally doing a ritual right before our eyes, and it really shows what is done behind closed doors with the government. I don't care what anyone says. I have heard people speak in tongues, and just because they say Lord and God does not mean they're talking to the same one that we know. Not only were these people saying incantations and literally kneeling on all fours in a circle around something, but they were recorded, and I'm about to show you the video and explain to you what they were really doing. And these are the people that are in charge of our laws and government. So what do you think they're doing when we're not looking? It's very ritualistic if you ask me. Before I get started and show you this video, I do want to say that these are my own ideas, thoughts, and opinions, and I'm a conspiracy theorist. Although I do use real world information, don't take anything I say as fact. Discretion is advised.
Let it be so, Father God. Let it be so. Let it be so.
And if y'all want to source that video came directly from Daily Mail. Now, I already know there are going to be some people that said, oh, that's a prayer circle. When have you ever seen a prayer circle around an object on the floor like that? I have been a part of many Holy Ghosts. I have never heard nobody speak in tongues like that. Those are incantations, and that is a ritual. As you can see, everybody kneeling to worship something. When you worship God, there is no circle that people kneel on and follow around. Prayer circles don't look like that, but let me get into what they were actually doing. What they were doing is the ritualistic aspect of casting a circle. This is known ritual magic to neo-pagans and Wiccans. And the reason they cast a circle is because it acts as a portal to different deities and realms. What you witnessed was probably like the third step, as they probably already casted the circle, and there is no telling what that Senate put around the circle as in salt or magic practices to be able to speak to other realms and deities. I'm telling you, you can't see it on camera, but there is an object in that circle that they are using as a ritual object. And the reason you saw that lady look up and look back, but she didn't move, is because once you start practicing the circle and they start going with this ritual, you cannot leave the circle. You can't break the circle. Even if you forgot something, like it looked like that lady who looked back did, you cannot break the circle, as it'll ruin the ritual. And then you start to speak these incantations to communicate with other things. And what you saw that man doing who was down there was invoking the elements and spirites and deities that they are trying to work with. And it just so happened someone caught that on camera. I have seen many prayer circles. I have heard people talk in tongues. Yes, it's different for everybody, but when I tell you that was not that, it's not. For lawmakers to be doing that on the floor of the Senate is absolutely crazy. I don't care what anyone else says. I have told you for a long time that there are ritualistic, and there's your proof. Would anybody like to tell me what they possibly could be praying over? What are they trying to summon through the Senate floor? Y'all think that this solar eclipse didn't do nothing?
When he passed away, and then the movie was released after he passed away, there was all kind of conspiracy theories. People thought the triads, the mafia, had something to do with it. It was said that his family had a curse, his father had a curse, that he passed on to Brandon. What is your belief on how he passed away?
What's the story in the West? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the story in the West? That there was...
How Bruce Lee...
They said it was a couple.
Yeah.
They said he upset it because of his success in the film industry and taking the martial art around the world, that he upset it, the triad, mafia organization.
No.
Okay, that wasn't true. The other said that he was fighting a curse that was... No, that's not true?
Not true.
So what... So can you...
that news in the public. I think in the old days, 30 years ago, because the communication not fast enough.
Yeah.
There's no internet, nobody knows. He in somebody's house. Yeah, that's everybody knows. He in somebody's house. My boss go to pick him up and then send him to the hospital. Then that's the true thing.
That's the true thing.
Of course, you can find out more. I don't want to say in detail.
Yeah.
You find out the detail yourself.
To do the dive myself. When he passed away, and then
I feel like they set him up. I'm not gonna lie. How do y'all feel about Bruce Lee, man? Do y'all feel like they set him up? I feel like they did.
Wait, kids movies were actually trying to tell us what to prepare for.
They used to dig around here. Worker? That's impossible. A worker can't do anything except work.
Yeah, it's not like we got a choice. We do have a choice.
You always have a choice.
Look at Z. He decided he wanted something and he went for it.
He's not alone. I used to be a soldier, and I switched places with him. Wait a second. You're telling me I don't have to be here?
We got a choice?
The authorities don't want you to know about it, but we don't have to work on the tunnel anymore. It's the workers who control the means of production. Z don't dig? I don't dig.
People, what is this, an encounter group? Let's get back to work.
Why?
Stand up for yourself.
Means a lot. But choose carefully, because you'll stay in the job that you pick for the rest of your life.
The same job for the rest of your life? I didn't know that. What's the difference?
And you'll be happy to know that bees as a species haven't had one day off in 27 million years.
Wow.
So you'll just work us to death?
We'll sure try.
Just one ant. Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant. Yeah, boss. They're puny. Puny? Say, let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt? Nope. Well, how about this one? Are you kidding? How about this?
Us as a species are stronger together. There's power in unity. Stay weird. Wait,
Indeed,
kids movies were actually...
Indeed, there's definitely power in unity. Indeed.
Have you seen this small-town self-service grocery store? The store is open all week, but on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, it's entirely self-service until spring. That means someone only comes to the store to refill the shelves and handle the purchases from the previous week. Apart from that, it's up to you and the honor system to get what you need and to be honest when you leave the store. But you won't believe how the money system and payments for your purchases work. They have everything you could want in a small town, including dog food and meats, and they list the prices for all the items. And when you're finished, you go to the register where they provide you with a calculator to figure out your purchases. You can pay by check or cash, and you simply add up your purchases. Then you put the money in the box on the wall next to the counter. If you need change, there's a box for change available. The cool thing is that taxes are already included in the market price. Do you think a system like this would work in your area? Have you seen this small...
Excuse me. I don't know. Maybe it could. It could work. But
small town
I feel like this should be selling healthy foods, you know? If they're gonna do something like this, that's crazy. Why you ain't, you know, just...
Words are secretly encoded, and they cast spells on your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind takes everything you say as diet has the word die, because the food they tell you to eat nowadays makes you sick. Meat has the word eat, which is a subconscious spell for you to consume blood and flesh, because consuming this food keeps you stuck in third-dimensional
awareness. It really feel like you're reaching right now, but he making sense.
Awareness. In the lowest state of consciousness. Veganism is an anagram for saving me, because when you stop consuming flesh, your consciousness can raise past the 3D construct. Animals are easily programmed and tamed like a pet, and this is why they want you to consume it, because you are what you eat. Your cells every 90 days turn into the food that you've consumed. This is why the population is aging at a rapid rate, because the food that we are consuming is dead. When we eat electrical live foods, we age less. Slaughter has the word laughter because they want you to laugh at the slaughtering of animals. Words create perception, and the food industry utilize more neutral words to create a better perception in your mind. Instead of saying beef flesh, they say beef mince. Or instead of saying a chicken fetus, they say egg. Or rotten cheese is milk. Words are secretly encoded, and they cast spells on your subconscious mind because your subconscious mind.
That's real. How many of y'all know any like vegan recipes? Let me know in the comments.
Yo, it's never too late to create. I remember this lasagna soup was trending a while back, so I decided to make a vegan version because me and my homie were talking about it, and it was good. I had to give myself a whole hug and everything for that. Like, dang, Chef A. I started things off by first making the ground walnut mixture. You know, I mixed walnuts, mushroom, onion, a couple other seasonings to add that flavor. And then I started to saute this. I added a little bit of coconut aminos in there as well with other seasonings. I added some onions to a pot with some tomatoes, some carrots. I added some tomato paste, like 1 can. And then I just let that simmer. I added my seasonings, of course. I added some fresh chopped basil, some spring water. Then I began to blend out my immersion blender. And then I decided to use these gluten-free pasta sheets, and I broke them up into pieces, added in some more bell peppers, onions, a little bit of white cooking wine, added the walnut mixture, the Good Planet cheese. Y'all know that's the best brand. Tell them stop playing with me and sponsor me. And then I just added some fresh spinach, and I let this simmer on low heat cover for a little minute, and you know, it was served. I just added more vegan cheese and basil. Yo, it's never too late to create.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that do look good. Man, that just kind of made me want to some of that right now. Y'all let me know, man. Do y'all know any recipes? Let me know. And why haven't you know, made you a little shop on that? You know, gave some people some advice on how to eat some vegan foods, if you do have that. You definitely should be on TikTok mixing some videos like this too. Indeed.
Well, when you're grateful, your heart starts to beat in a more rhythmic way that causes the arteries in your heart literally to swell. When you actually feel gratitude, there's a physiological component that takes place where your heart feels full. And when energy or blood makes it to the heart, it's a different consciousness. It's a different level of awareness than when you're feeling resentful or you're feeling impatient. We saw that when a person's feeling gratitude, once energy makes it to the heart, somehow it begins to move to the brain. And if you would imagine like grabbing a big sheet and going like this. It's almost like the heart is causing this beautiful pattern of energy moving to the brain, causes the brain to move in these beautiful alpha brainwave states. That is that state of imagination. So we teach people then to feel grateful for things that they haven't had yet, as well as the things that they have in their life, and it tends to produce profound changes in their biology. Well, when you're grateful, your heart starts to beat in a more rhythmic way that causes the artery.
In a remarkable moment of urgency, a veterinarian swiftly takes action to save the life of a 2-year-old dog named Hansel, who is choking. With time ticking away, Kelly Skinner and her fiance rush Hansel to the vet, desperate for help. The veterinarian wastes no time and immediately climbs on top of Hansel to perform the life-saving maneuver. With skill and determination, she applies pressure, and to everyone's relief, the obstruction is dislodged, freeing Hansel from danger. Just minutes before Hansel's arrival, another dog, a choking Doberman, had undergone the same procedure with successful results. This technique, dubbed the external extraction technique, involves a similar approach to the Heimlich maneuver. Dr. Williams, the veterinarian, recalls learning about this technique from a training video, where the demonstration showcased the effective method of pushing down and up, akin to a J-stroke, to dislodge the obstruction. The doctor emphasizes the importance of every dog owner being familiar with this life-saving technique. By understanding the anatomy and where the obstruction may be located, individuals can confidently apply pressure to remove the obstruction and save their pet's life in an emergency. In a remarkable moment of urgency, a veterinarian swiftly takes action to save the life.
Has that ever happened to your dogs?
If you were scared of the ocean before it, just wait until you find out what happened to James Cock.
So I started recording the moon starting April 1st, right here. That looks like the moon. That looks like the moon. Look at the shadow. Perfect, right? And then you go on fucking April 4th or 5th. Bro. Why? That looks weird, right? And then I get one during the day. Then I see a UFO come from the bottom, right here. Zoom. Weird, huh? And then I catch this on the 9th, the day after the eclipse, at 8 p.m., big as fuck, and then it disappears at 9 p.m. Like, where'd it go? Watch. From here to here. Look, it's orange, and it disappeared right after. I'll see you. And then I caught this. Yo, is that the moon? What the heck? Why is that? That's the moon? Why is the moon over the moon? That looks like a moon. That's not even a shadow. That's supposed to be the sun's shadow? That's stupid. It doesn't look like the sun's shadow. It looks like the fucking moon's over the moon. So I started recording the moon starting April 1st, right here. That looks like the moon.
Why I would not put my babies in conventional school. For starters, they won't have to spend most of their 20s unlearning everything. But what they can focus on are real life skills and what they feel most drawn to. Like financial literacy, like foraging, like how to grow your own food, like how to invest, like travel. The list goes on and on. In 1902, John D. Rockefeller created the General Board of Education. Everything we know today is to create more workers, not more problem solvers, not more leaders. And it so closely mimics the American prison system. There are so many ways to go about this process, and every kid is different. They don't deserve to feel like they're not good enough because they're not memorizing things that they will never remember later on in life. Why I would not put my babies in conventional.
Stop using your toothbrush to brush your teeth. Toothbrushes we use contain microplastics. You got healthy replacements like nature does called MWAC. MWAC was used by ancient people to brush their teeth. Everything that nature has, they took and made a synthetic bioengineered version of it.
Yeah.
So you got something that naturally can clean our teeth in a healthy way, make something that can damage their teeth but give them the illusion that it's clean. So the MWAC or the natural toothbrush, it's an ancient tool that was used for oral health. MWAC chewing stick has proven to be an effective tool for oral health. The MWAC removes the bacterial plaque by mechanical and chemical actions. It provides a cheap and easy accessible way of improving oral health. But they're trying to play like, oh, that's cheap. You might think I ain't primitive, I ain't no man in the jungle, I need an actual toothbrush. Because you've been programmed to think that visual of a toothbrush is supposed to be how it is. The whole time, this is how they can poison you. You think food is being able to get a hamburger and fries. There's a problem. You shouldn't be able to get a hamburger and fries, hot dog, chicken nuggets. I can go get that in 10 minutes right now.
Right.
In 5 minutes, I could be eating a cheese.
That's crazy.
Bro, and y'all think we don't got something going on. So the microplastic things, and I'm starting to think this is how they infiltrate our DNA and rewire our genetics. Because when you look at the levels of how small these microplastics be, they on a level of a molecular structure or atom structure, so sometimes you can't see them. It might be in your foods, it might be in your frozen foods, it might be in your toothbrush, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot going on. But this is the way on how they implement what you call a silent weapon. It has to be. It has to be. Because why is there microplastics in almost everything? There's a whole National Geographic documentary saying it hit every crevice of the earth. It's in everything. So they did a little study on it, and this is cited. They got sites and full text links if y'all want to go check this out. But microplastics are small plastic fragments that are increasing concern due to their potential impacts on the environment and human health. The source of them are completely not clear. Might originate in daily life, such as toothbrushes. So TikTok, this is not misinformation. This is studies. When toothbrushes are used to clean teeth, small plastic debris and fragments can be potentially released into the mouths. And how many people do not replace their toothbrush every 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? A lot of folks be having a toothbrush for a long time. This study aims to examine the release of microplastics and using Raman imaging to identify and visualize the plastic debris with increased signal noise ratio via. And if you think like, oh, well, I got the fancy toothbrush, I got the one that vibrate, I spent $30, I spent $20 on it. I ain't get the cheap one, so I'm missing that. Listen, bro, the more expensive one be just as fucked up. It's just like how they do with alkaline water. With alkaline water, they try to say, oh, get this alkaline water, pH 10 plus pH, electrolytes. Man, that shit is worse than the tap water, bro. Because why are you playing with the water, bro? Just give me it from the source. Give me it from the source. Spring me or distill me, or I'm straight. Even when it comes to cleansiness, if I tell you, hey, bro, instead of using fluoride toothpaste, you can make your own toothpaste and get some get some coconut oil, get some lime, get you a fruit. Like, there's a fruit extract toothpaste where it just got like blueberry extract, blackberry extract, ginger. But people too lazy, so they just gonna go buy that toothpaste. But it's the fact that they got the toothbrush infiltrated, the mouthwash, and the toothbrush. Like, you can't do nothing in this realm, bro. You ain't getting away from it. You gotta literally go off the red to be good. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, bro. And like I said, this is what you call genetic infiltration. Because on an everyday basis, if you're brushing your teeth and you're not realizing that things could be, you know, implanted in your stream, your bloodstream, where are these things going? How's my nervous system reacting to that? How's my lymphatic system reacting to that? Is it affecting my breathing? I gotta hit a deep breath real quick. But I ain't gonna make this video too long, man. I'm standing up, so I'll start to get the yapping. And I was just working out. But power to y'all, man.
Humans who turned themselves into animals.
Why?
Dennis Abner wanted to look like a tiger, and now looks like this.
That's crazy. That's
Eva
crazy.
Tiamat Medusa wanted to look like a dragon, and now looks like this. Ted Richards wanted to look like a parrot, and now looks like this.
Why?
Toru Ueda wanted to look like a wolf.
What's the point? What is really the point?
And now looks like this.
That's fake. Now that's so fake.
Toko Sam wanted to look like a dog, and now looks like this.
Yeah, cut it out. Please cut it out. He lost me with those last two.
In Freemasonry, there's a thing of directions. They would face to every direction except for where.
Was it north?
Yeah, they would never face north because that's like supposedly where God is facing. And you know what's weird too? Did you know, depending on how you sleep, you might have a better sleep if you're facing a certain direction?
Yeah, you told me this.
So we know a compass will point north. Feel me? Us being pretty much something that can be affected by frequency, magnetism, whatever. Don't you think we should be facing the right way? Especially when we're gonna spend our most time. Especially when we're not conscious. So the theory goes that if you face north when you sleep, you'll be more connected.
Better sleep.
Yeah, if you think about it, every time you didn't sleep well, maybe check the direction you're sleeping. And then that's why people say like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe you woke up on like this side of the bed and you weren't facing north or wherever you usually face. Tap in the comments which direction you guys sleep in, and tap in if you guys actually actually try sleeping in north, and let me know if it actually affects your sleep. Because in Freemasonry,
do y'all sleep in north or whatever way it is? I forgot.
Is spiritual psychosis a real thing? And if it is, where did it start from? The first case of spiritual psychosis came from childhood. Remember, we all had imaginary friends, and when we told our parents we had imaginary friends, they say, boy, girl, you are crazy. Not realizing that spiritual entity or imaginary friend was actually real. But anytime a parent tell their child they're crazy, they might believe it. That was the first case when your parents called you crazy. Therefore, anything spiritual that happened or unseen that happened, you are labeled crazy. And the same thing is going on right now. So many people spoke about the solar eclipse, UFO, demon, angels, jinns. Anytime someone speak about these things, the population says, you are crazy. Those things don't exist. That's another childhood trauma. But on the other side, you have some parents that actually embrace their children's imaginary friends. And those are the ones that's woke to this day. The problem is this. We have two ways of dealing with spirituality teachings right now. You have the new age movement. You have the old age. The old age was sticking with the earth and all kind of natural elements. The new age is basically dealing with fear and conspiracy theories. So now people don't know the difference between old spiritual teaching or conspiracy theories. But this goes all the way back to what? A childhood trauma, that imaginary friend. This goes much deeper because we are all spirits and we all should have some kind of spiritual awareness. But anytime someone first wake up, they don't want to tell the rest of the world because the world gonna say you are crazy. So we keep everything within. The universe is within, but it has to manifest without. So anytime you keep in all this spiritual information, you might get spiritual psychosis. Always let it out. You and your friend can be looking up at the sky and you might see a dog that look like a cloud, and then you try to tell your friend, you don't see that dog right there in the cloud? They say, nah, I don't see it. So then they say you are crazy. Just because people can't see what you see, it don't mean that you are crazy. It just means you are operating on a whole different level. This is why I wrote Shadows of the Matrix. It is a guidebook to help people wake up. Because once you are dealing with spirituality, you are going back to the roots of all things. You are getting rid of religion and you're going directly to the source. And you might see some things that's not pretty healthy, but it's meant for you. Ebook is available. It's just the same reason why the people that created this matrix, they always had some kind of ritual. This ritual keep you in a program. They say when you do the same thing over and over, you lose your mind. That's why the matrix created Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, birthdays. We are walking in circles all the time. This is what these rituals are meant for. They are meant to mentally break you down. So when you get some kind of spiritual knowledge, you can't tell no one else because everyone else is stuck in a ritual. Spirituality is so deep. That's why everyone was born with a spirit guide. That spirit guide is your teacher to help you and show you different ways to do things so you don't lose your mind. Because if you start seeing things that you never really seen before, you can really lose your mind. That's why we all have spirit guides. This spirituality journey is not for the weak. Once you understand that it's only for the strong people, you will get why a lot of people don't wake up. It's too much work to do. It's not meant for everyone. If you think you need help on your spiritual journey, check.
Black magic exists.
Shadow? The shadow of your hands, of my hands, can you see the shadow? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take your hands away. 1, 2, 3.
Black magic exists.
Now, how did he just do that? Alright, y'all. That is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys got something from it, took something from it. You already know we're going to keep these videos coming as always. But excuse that. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.